Hey guys, welcome to this episode of Sarah Uncut, where today I want to talk about this horrible thing I've been hearing about from several business owners. And it's this feeling that the people in your life do not respect you or your business. Dang, this is not fun, but this video is going to show you exactly what you need to do to break through that feeling and get to the other side. Let's get to it. All right, so maybe you have been busting away at your business for a while, right? Maybe you've invested recently and you're starting to feel like people are questioning you. Something I hear a lot from my clients is this like, oh, isn't your business so cute? When is your business going to start making more money? These kinds of questions, they just sort of dig in and make you feel terrible. And I think the underlying feeling is really this feeling of like a lack of respect. Does not feel good. So the first thing we want to do in order to break through this and start blowing your business out of the water, first of all, and then secondly, start to experience life a little bit differently, oh, it's so much fun, is we have to acknowledge this feeling in the first place. So often it's so uncomfortable, we don't even want to go there, right? We kind of hide from it. We're like, everything's fine, everything's fine, everything's fine. When underneath we can sort of start to see or feel resentment. And what that ends up doing is it bleeds out into our work. And we never want that to happen, because what can happen if you start to let that affect the quality of your work, or maybe interactions in sales calls or with potential clients, you're going to start to produce really awful results. And we don't want that. But we are very clear, are we not? How we feel when we're in the middle of a business day, that really matters, and it directly affects the quality of our work and the quality of the results that we're producing for other people. So step one, if you've been feeling a little niggly about this, is to acknowledge the feelings themselves. It's okay. I say this to you guys a lot, but I'm going to remind you, your feelings and emotions can't hurt you in this moment, okay? Just feel them. It's not always comfortable, but you're going to break through to the other side. We have to feel first. All right, so feel it, acknowledge it. Oh my gosh, I'm really feeling resentful. I feel like people aren't respecting me. My business is not a hobby. It's actually making money. Thank you very much. If you're in the beginning phases, you have a business plan, you know how it's going to be making money. This is a real thing. You can kind of feel those emotions. All right, now this next step number 2, is where the magic starts to happen. And initially people are like, what? But I promise you it works. I want you to think of someone right now who you admire, who you really respect in business. All right, this doesn't have to be somebody who's made a gazillion dollars, right? We love to pick the Oprahs. People love to pick the Richard Bransons of the world, right? We love Gary Z. We love these people, right? They're so great. If those are your people, fan-freaking-tastic. That's awesome. If they're not, and you just see somebody maybe in a networking group, or maybe in one of your masterminds, or maybe someone that you've worked with in the past, and you're like, oh my gosh, I so respect what they're doing. I just respect how they approach the day. I want you to reach out and tell them. That is your step 2. And you might go, Sarah Walton, here I am feeling no respect, and you want me to go out and give it? Yes. Why? Because that puts you in the world of respect. If you give respect, you start to feel respect. And then what happens is that resentment and seething and the yuckiness and the maybe I do suck and maybe I shouldn't be doing this, all those doubts and feelings, they don't have room. 1, because you've acknowledged them, so that helps clear them out. But 2, you've started to replace them with the very feelings and emotions that you've been craving. We have so much power when it comes to this. And we don't always use it, but you can generate this feeling by giving it to someone else. This is one of the fundamental laws of abundance, is if you want to feel something, if you want to have something, give it. Start to experience it. Live in the world. Live in the energy level of that emotion, feeling, idea, thing. And once you start to do that, everything starts to shift. It's incredibly powerful. And you've had this experience in your life. I'm sure you have. If you're having a bad day and you watch an amazingly touching interaction between 2 people, what does it do for you? It touches you, right? And it changes the way you feel that day. What happens if you see someone do something negative, really bad, horrible to somebody else? What do you carry with you? You feel bad and horrible. It absolutely alters how you're experiencing your life. Very powerful. So if you've been missing respect in your life, in your business, or feeling like people aren't taking you seriously, generate the feeling of serious business growth, serious business adventures and ventures. Take that feeling with you, and you'll notice that as you give it, you will start to generate it for you. And then that will allow you to move smoothly into step 3. And step 3 is to act as if. Now, I'm very careful when I talk about this step. This doesn't mean you run around and you're like, I'm going to charge $1 million home on, I don't have that money, but I'm going to act as if I do. That's not what we're talking about. This is a mental shift. This is an experiential shift. All right. And when I work on this a lot inside the Abundance Academy, where we bring this shift into real life by making practical budgets that actually allow you to act as if on this plane in the tangible world in a very responsible and exciting way. It's so cool. And for you right now, I want you to start to experience this right away. So the best way to access this act as if is for you to put yourself in a moment where the very people you've been craving respect from, or that feeling of respect at all, that you have it. I just want you to feel it. Just feel as if. Oh my God, it feels so good, right? It feels so good. Now, take action from that space. Act as if it's already there. Another way for you to access is one of my favorite exercise for entrepreneurs, whether you're starting out or you're ready to bump yourself up to the next level. I want you to imagine you've already hit that goal. I want you to imagine you already have the respect. I want you to imagine maybe Oprah just called your name. I want you to imagine you just walked past a bookstore and you saw your book. I want you to imagine Apple Podcasts just reached out to you and said, holy cow, you've been number 1 3 weeks in a row. Whatever that is for you, I want you to put yourself in that moment. And I want you to ask yourself, what did that woman do to cause that result? And you act accordingly. This is the piece of all of our transformation work that we do, all of the abundance work that I do with entrepreneurs. This is the piece where the rubber hits the road. You must act. And I think that is the biggest missing piece from so many, just imagine it, ideas and The Secret, which we all love. It's great. I love those ideas. But who cares if you're not able to produce results, right? This is how you produce results. All right, so those are your 3 steps to adding respect and joy and clout to your business right now today. Step number 1, acknowledge that you have been feeling a lack of this respectful feeling, right? 2, reach out to somebody you respect and admire and let them know. And then 3, act as if that kind of depth of respect and joy and excitement is already existing in your business and in your life, and take action from there. It'll make a profound difference. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next episode.